I'm the team leader for a group called the Now House Project, and what we do is we take old houses and we retrofit them to try and get them as close to zero energy use as we can get them. Zero energy means a house that produces as much energy as it uses on an annual basis. Basically, it really means you've reduced your footprint to practically zero. And a technology like Energy Brain, what that does for us is it helps you understand what you've actually achieved. You'll never know whether you've gotten there unless you measure and monitor. After you've done the retrofit, you measure and monitor how the house is performing. And for me, I love it because what it does is on a regular basis, you're getting reports that are saying, gee, you know, solar thermal system, maybe there's some kind of a problem here because you're not getting the best numbers. And that gives you a chance to go back into the house and look at it and say, okay, what's going on, so you're tweaking constantly because you've made a number of changes to the home, and the monitoring helps you throughout the year. So it really helps you go back in and troubleshoot. You're able to show other people it's really evidence of what you've actually achieved. And without those numbers, without that data, you can't prove that you did this. Benchmarking is also important to us because it helps to set the standard. So on a particular house, we know once we've retrofitted and monitored it that we've benchmarked it and we get a certain standard established. And then what we do is we turn around and retrofit another house to try to improve on that standard. And it gives us that measurement that without that, we can't improve what we're doing, and other people can't try to live up to what we're doing as well. And Energy Brain helps us do both of those things. The monitoring, so that we know how we're doing on a regular basis, we see how the different systems in the home are performing, and then the benchmark actually sets the standard for what did we actually achieve when we retrofit this old house. And that's totally important to us to prove that we're getting as close to net zero energy as we can get. I don't think there's any going back because this type of technology is really what we have to do in order to improve the houses that we have today, build better new houses, because housing is really critical in terms of the energy use and the greenhouse gas emissions housing produces. Energy Brain helps us measure the improvements that we make to these old houses, and that's why for us it's a critical part of the whole package of what we do.